It won't take much to make fragile Denise Fox snap, certainly no more than being mouthed off to by a disrespectful bully like Keegan. Earlier, a social worker arrives to talk to her about the adoption, and when Kim starts digging for info, it sets Denise on edge. When Keegan chimes in, he and Denise row and the situation escalates quickly. She's soon forced to deal with the consequences of her action. Mick realises the problems at the Vic are much worse than he thought, but Jack offers him a lifeline. Will he take him up on it? Meanwhile, Conrad asks Shirley out, and when Mick gets some bad news about the ceiling, Conrad offers to fix it for half price. Dot waits on Jack for a lift to the garden centre, but he has to pick up Ricky, leaving her alone with Matthew. So she decides to go herself alone with Matthew. Ian is told to visit his GP after he has a health check, but he lies to his family he's fine. While Ben and Jay are dismayed at the state of number 18, their new home. Next, we head to Weatherfield. As Peter borrows money from Ken for Toya's private fertility treatment, she and her estranged sister Leanne get trapped in a lift, and Leanne's waters break. Meanwhile, Steve tells Robert that Michelle confessed they kissed, and she regrets it. They then leave to go to the seaside to scatter Rory's ashes. Rana, Nick and Eva arrive at the lift as Robert rushes to find help. Will Leanne make it to hospital, or will she give birth in the lift? As Nick proudly shows off baby Oliver, Leanne tells him that she doesn't want his name on the birth certificate. He's crushed. Steve has to go along with her when Michelle wants to visit Leanne. But how will he cope with seeing his new baby after saying goodbye to Rory? Bethany returns and lies to Sarah she stayed at Mel's after her phone was nicked. But Rana blows that lie apart when she reveals she saw her with Nathan. Sarah confronts her, and Bethany admits she stayed at Nathan's. He's her boyfriend. But she denies they had sex. Well, she would. Finally, let's look at the lives and loves of Emmerdale. I almost can't believe it. Robert are getting married. But of course, things aren't so simple because Robert wants it to be a big surprise. Kane has the cunning idea of kidnapping Aaron and bundling him into his boot. While the lad thinks he's about to be offed, he's shocked to find Robert waiting for him with his wedding suit. But before they can make it down the aisle, the police halt proceedings. Who do they want? And will Aaron finish up spending his honeymoon in jail? Debbie has agreed to let Charity take Sarah to Prague for radical cancer treatment. As she's on probation, she can't get a passport. But she has a change of heart and asks Ross to get her a fake passport. But Faith puts pay to that risky plan. Will Sarah get the help she needs? Gabby tells Laurel she thinks Will has his eye on her after she opens up to him on the anniversary of baby Daniel's death. But when she assumes he sent the Valentine's Day roses, has she got it wrong?